Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for the first ever live digital program for NMU Day of Giving. We're so excited to be here, and we hope that you're wearing your green and gold, ready to come together to support NMU and celebrate your Wildcat pride with us all day long. My name is Kylie Bunting. I'm a 2011 NMU grad and also the current digital engagement architect of alumni relations.
And I'm Andy Hill. I am also a 2003 graduate of NMU. I'm the current Associate Director of Annual Giving for the NMU Foundation. And Kylie and I will be your hosts for the day. We'd like to give a special thank you first to our NMU Day Giving partners who provided great leadership and the ability to inspire others to participate in today's Day Giving event. They are Stevenson National Bacon Trust, TV6, Morgan Stanley, Jabara and Rogers Group, and the Upper Peninsula Health Plan.
We're really excited to have you here for our first highlight, which is a coffee chat with NMU students and also an exclusive greeting from President Erickson. But first, I just want to talk about a couple of logistics. While we cannot see or hear you during this webinar format, we do encourage you to share your questions or comments for President Erickson or the students in the Q&A function. We'll be monitoring that closely throughout the program. Also, you can use the chat feature to chat amongst yourselves, tell fellow alumni and friends where you're from, a cool story that you have about giving back to NMU, your grad year, and connect with others watching that way. Just a quick note on that too. The default in the chat window is all panelists. You have also an option for all panelists and attendees. You'll want to switch that option to all panelists and attendees so everybody can see what you're saying.
And as we said, we're going to be here throughout the day with exclusive interviews from NMU faculty, staff, and students, and providing you with updates on how Day of Giving is going and how we're reaching our goals. If you haven't been to our website yet, we encourage you to check it out. We have 3 challenges to inspire more giving and to help us increase funds to these specific areas. They're for the Bear Center, General Scholarship, and Food Pantry. There's only going to be one Zoom link for the entire day for our entire program. So feel free to come and go as you please and join us for any and all of the program highlights.
And also don't forget to follow the NMU Alumni Association on social media for real-time updates on those Day of Giving milestones, some student and donor impact stories, some videos, and other things like that. If you're participating along with us today, use the hashtags NMU Day of Giving, NMU Grow Wild, and Cats Care to show us how you're supporting NMU. And make sure you share photos of yourself wearing your green and gold too, and we'll feature you on our social media channels.
And now we are excited to welcome President Fritz Erickson here to talk with us about the impact you, our viewers, alumni, and friends have through your philanthropic efforts and participation in regards to our students, campus facilities, academic programs, athletic teams, and the overall NMU experience. Welcome, President Erickson.
Thank you very much, Andy, and Kylie, thank you very much for doing all of this. What a fun thing to do on a beautiful day here in Marquette. I have to tell you, I was particularly excited to be in Marquette today because I drove past the ski hill and the snow guns were blaring, and you know, my skis are sharpened and ready to go. So this is certainly an exciting time for all of us. And it really is my pleasure to welcome everybody to this coffee chat and to celebrate the NMU Day of Giving. As you may know, this is the fourth year that we have had participation in Global Giving Day. And the past 3 have been really successful, certainly helping a great number of Northern students, programs, initiatives. You know, the gifts that are given on today and actually throughout the whole year really do provide a margin of excellence. It's very important for the success of the university and, of course, the success of our faculty, staff, and our students. If you plan on making a gift today, I just want to give you a thank you for that. And if you've given in the past, I really do appreciate your show of ongoing support. And today, the fun part, I think, is really you'll have the opportunity to meet with students and whose college experience has been transformed by these generous gifts that have resulted in such things as scholarships and study abroad opportunities, special research projects, travel to professional conferences, and more. All of these things really do add that margin of excellence, which again is very important. I wish every alumni and friend of the university would have the same chance that I often have to talk with students who, for example, have just returned from a study abroad. I mean, what a transformative experience. It's a little unfortunate that we've had to curtail that a little bit right now, but the demand is there. And I think the moment our students are able to travel, either for study abroad or from the opportunity to present at professional conferences, these are the experiences that really give a meaning to these students, and you can sure see it on their faces and hear it in the voices what it's meant for them. One of our focus projects for this year is for this Day of Giving is the Bear Center, which offers critically needed assistance to Upper Peninsula families who have children on the autism spectrum. And all you have to do is spend 10 minutes talking with Northern students and faculty about the work that they are doing, and you'll know and see what a life-changing transformation for our students and faculty it is, and of course for the children and their families. To provide this level of service to the children of the Upper Peninsula is enormously important. And it's certainly a great shout out to the entire team that was involved in putting this together. This idea of being able to, provide a high quality education experience for our students on campus while filling a much needed community need is really important, and we're very excited about that. And we see really great opportunities in the future for that. Continue to look for it, growing and developing and reaching out, and the generous support that so many have provided and will provide make much of that possible. As many of you know, Northern has several transformative initiatives that are in the works. The implementation of these is continuing despite COVID. We've worked very hard to not let COVID slow us down. While it is true that higher education is in the midst of a major transformation driven by such things as technology, demographics, and economics, even before the pandemic, the fact that we continue to focus on moving this institution and our service to Michigan and the Upper Peninsula forward continues to be really at the top of our list. This university has taken on so many initiatives that link the university and the community together. One of the things that we did that was really exciting is we held the Big Idea Collection, which was really great fun because we went out and we asked people, so what should we do? And we've had many wonderful, innovative proposals and ideas to, expand things. You're probably aware that not so long ago, we completed a new campus master plan for our physical plant. You watch what's going to happen over the next half dozen years. And for those alumni that come back and say, I don't recognize campus, today's alumni may not recognize campus, 6 years from now, which is fun because providing the kinds of facilities to allow for this investment in innovation is really an important thing to do. And I think it's fair to say that Northern Michigan University may be one of the most innovative campuses in the country. We believe in bold ideas. We've done things such as the Educational Access Network. I mean, to point to another university that said, we're going to solve the problem of rural broadband access in the Upper Peninsula. And we'll take on the challenge of going out and providing high-speed internet to 26,000 square miles of the Upper Peninsula to get it to everybody. And, you know, the fact that we had the foresight to do this before COVID, you know, we have nearly 8,000 families that, in addition to our students and faculty and staff and everybody else, that are now having internet access because of this commitment to innovation. You're familiar with our medicinal plant chemistry program, which is gaining national attention, first in the country to do this and really continue to be a leader, or our highly successful US Cybersecurity Institute. I mean, these are just a few examples of some of the excitement that's going on. The last thing, I can never get away without talking a little bit about athletics, because athletics is one of those things that helps bind a university community together. And unlike many universities that made the decision to cut athletics, we did exactly the opposite. And over the last 4 years, I believe we've now added 7 new sports. I don't think anybody's done anything like that. And it's really been exciting, whether when we first launched it and we added men's soccer and we added women's golf and men's swimming and women's lacrosse, which is, if you haven't seen women's lacrosse, it's an amazing, amazing game. And the students that are in it are just the best. If I could figure out the rules, I'd be even happier to watch it. I was talking to one of the students the last month about, could you explain the rules to me? And she looked at me and said, I don't know all the rules yet, and which was, I thought, pretty comical. Our latest additions, we launched a esports, which who knew that esports is a spectator sport? We've built just an incredible facility for a new esports team. They're already off and running and being very successful. And I'm just really happy that we're launching. We've hired our first alpine ski coach, got that up and going. And I'm particularly excited that we launched the first women's wrestling program in the state of Michigan. And very excited to take the lead. These are just some of the things that we're doing. I could go on and would love to go on, but Kylie and Andy will cut me off here pretty quick. Last thing I would say is none of this happens without the support of our friends and alumni and our community. And for that, I'm just, on behalf of our students, faculty, and staff, I'm very grateful. So thank you very much. I look forward to the rest of the day.
Thank you, President Erickson. One more call. If anybody out there has questions, send them in the Q&A chat. We did have a question. I'm not sure if you'll know this, but somebody asked if you know the title and author of the book that Coach Patolny has asked the hockey players to read.
Oh, he sent it to, I've got it sitting around here somewhere. We'll get that.
Yeah.
We'll get that. That's a great one. Grant sent it over my way, and it's on my Christmas reading list.
Awesome. Lois will let you know. Kurt from Houston wants to know, he said on the fireside chat with Fritz on May 20th, which I can't believe that was May 20th. That was a long time ago. But he had suggested that NMU's business college offer a degree in supply chain management. Has there been any discussion on that program?
Yeah, actually there has. A relatively new dean, Carol Johnson, stepped in and has done a terrific job. And we are going through a process now of really revisioning what that college of business will look like. You know, we're putting together a real campaign to build them the kind of building and structure that they need. If you're going to have world-class business program, you need a world-class facility. We have a wonderful design of it, and there's lots of opportunities to get involved and contribute to that and so forth. But it doesn't do justice to just build a building and do the same thing that you've always done. And so what Carol Johnson and her faculty and staff are really going through some interesting processes of revisioning, and I see a really bright future for any number of directions that will go with the College of Business.
Great. Thank you. Well, those are all the questions that came in. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you saying hello today on Day of Giving, and hope you have a great day.
My pleasure. I'll hang out as much as I can. I am looking forward to Joe Lubig's thing at 5 o'clock, though.
Yes.
He
yes,
told me I have to come. So,
so no choice there, right? Sounds good. Well, thank you so much. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. And now we're going to turn it over and hear from some of the students.
Yeah, Dr. Erickson, thank you again for joining us and for your words this morning. Also, as an alum and employee, it is exciting to be a part of the direction where Northern is heading. I think every time you speak and give an update, there's something new in there as to a direction initiative that we're looking to go and take on. So it is inspiring to be part of the NMU community. It's inspiring to be a part of the changes that are happening, not only locally, but globally as well. So now we'd like to transition and welcome some of our students here who are joining in with us. We are excited to have these students and feature them with you today because they are recipients of our donor-funded scholarships. And they want to really share their story. They want to talk about how your gifts have supported their education and are really enabling them to do some fantastic things during their time here as Northern students. So first, we'll have everyone go around and tell us your name, where you are from, your major, and what scholarship you received from the NMU Foundation. So if you need me to repeat that, I will do that. Just looking for your name, where you're from, your major, and the scholarship that you've received. So I will just kind of go around the clock here on my screen, and we'll start with Lily.
Hi, my name is Lily Vanden Langenberg. I'm a junior from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm majoring in secondary English education and minoring in history education, and I received the Carla Bester Scholarship.
Thank you. Andy, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, my name's Andy Ballinger. I'm from Gladstone, Michigan. I'm majoring in political science on the pre-law track with a minor in deaf studies, and I received the Sylvia C. and Arnold M. Cajota Scholarship.
Thank you. Madison?
Hi, I'm Madison, and I'm from Ishpeming, Michigan, and I'm majoring in secondary special education with a minor in English, and I got the Ellen Gentinen Bryan Scholarship.
Thanks. How about you, Annalise?
Hi, my name is Annalise Wolford. I'm from Midland, Michigan. I'm a senior in the nursing program, and I received the Mr. and Mrs. Aldrich Scholarship of Nursing.
Thank you. Dana?
Hi, I'm Dana Johnson. I'm from Houghton, Michigan. I'm majoring in nursing, and I received the Alvin and Madeline Nesberg Scholarship.
Thank you. And last but not least, Emma.
Hi, my name is Emma Thiel. I'm a junior pre-med student here at Northern. I major in biology with a minor in public relations, and I received the Physicians Alumni Scholarship.
Great. Thank you all for joining us. I know some of you had sent in some photos to share too, so I'm going to pop those on the screen, and once you see your photo come up, if you just want to explain why you shared this photo with us, maybe give a little story behind the photo. So give me a second. I'm going to pop that up here. All right, Annalise.
Sorry, my mute button was hidden. Yeah, so these pictures are me during some clinics. So When I'm in the full gown and stuff, that was for COVID testing. I had the opportunity to take the COVID class this past summer, and that was just a great experience, good practice in learning. And then the other photo was during a flu clinic, which was exciting because it was really my first time feeling like a real nurse, because I got to draw up the syringes and then inject people with it. So it was really fun.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Emma?
Yeah, I actually also got to do part of that COVID testing clinic, and it was so well run and absolutely essential to opening campus this year. It was a great event, and I was really happy to be a part of it and get some clinical hours too. This is me at Lake of the Clouds in the Porcupine Mountains National Park. Beautiful hike. If you haven't done it before, you definitely should. I have just so enjoyed exploring the UP as a student here at Northern, and finding all the cool little spots, some waterfalls, ski hills, all kinds of stuff. So this was in the spring, but I also went back in the fall with my friends, and the fall colors were just so amazing. So really lucky to be in such a beautiful spot.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Madison?
Hi. Well, this is a picture of me in Korea, and part of the reason I want to share it is because I do eventually want to go to Korea and teach, as their programs for special education isn't as big in America. So yeah.
Great, thanks. Dana?
Hi, this is just me at graduation this last year. We ended up having a graduation outside, which is pretty cool with everything happening. So we did it 6 feet apart on the front lawn, and it ended up working great since we didn't think we were going to have one. And graduated in green and gold, so that was pretty exciting.
Awesome. And Andy?
This is a picture of me and my dog Beta. This is in Colorado. I go there every summer to hike, and a big reason why I chose NMU for college is because of the access to all the wonderful hiking trails and facilities in Marquette. So, yeah.
Great. All right. So just for a couple of you to answer for us, what was your best part of this past semester, and what did you find the most challenging? So I'll pick on a couple of you to share your answers with us. Emma, would you like to share first?
Sure. It's certainly been a semester. I have personally enjoyed the most, I think, just the rewards of working through something hard like this. I'm a junior now, so I moved out of the comfort and community of the dorms this past semester. So I'm in my own house this year, and it has been it's been hard, but it's been really interesting, and especially in a year like this, really rewarding to grow into an adult and deal with all of the things that this year has brought. So it's been a challenge, but it has been really, really good for me, and I really enjoyed growing up this semester, I suppose. Time management, separating my work from my home, all of those things that everyone has had to deal with this year.
Great, thank you. Lily, how about you? The best part of the past semester and the most challenging?
For me, I think they kind of go hand in hand in like the weirdest way. I think the most challenging part for me and my friends was trying to stay motivated, especially when, things are getting a little down, and that sucks. And we were trying to stay motivated, and we worked together, me and my friends, and I'm really involved in like the housing community. I do live in the dorms on campus. And we were just working really hard to keep each other motivated, to keep spirits high. So when the weather was nicer, we were doing weekly hikes, me and my friends and a bunch of other people from our dorm hall, going hiking every week to different spots because it's outdoors, so we could stay safe while doing it. And then with once the weather got a little less nice, we were doing virtual game nights, virtual movie nights, things like that. And it was just a really good way to get to know each other. And like, I was really happy that we were still able to bond and meet new people, even with COVID happening. And we did it all in a safe manner, which was awesome.
That's great. Thank you. All right, and tell us what receiving the donor-funded scholarship has meant to your NMU journey and academic path. Andy, I'll start with you.
So I didn't receive the scholarship until late in the summer. So my whole summer was dedicated to a full-time job at Domino's Pizza, and I was working all the time. So when I received the scholarship, I remember just being like flooded with so much enjoyment. Like, it was such a relief to receive that, and I'm very thankful for it. And I know like this semester has been different, so I haven't been able to do as many things as I've wanted to at my first year at campus, but with what it was a very memorable experience, and I'm really grateful for it.
Great. Annalise, what did the scholarship mean to your NMU journey?
I'd have to agree with Andy. I was working really hard this summer between like 2 different jobs. I worked as a home health aide, and then I also eventually got a job in the ICU at the hospital as a care aide. And I was like kind of stressed because I was like, oh no, got to pay for housing, got to pay for school. And then I, out of the blue, got this amazing scholarship, and I was like, whoa, someone loves me. So, so that was really fun because I was able to quit one of my jobs, but I kept the one in the ICU because that's where I want to work eventually. So I was like, good experience, but now like it's not something I have to do, it's something I can enjoy to do. So I think that that's what it's really meant to me, is it's brought joy to my work.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of it just being stressful, right?
Yes, exactly.
Dana, how about you? What has it meant to you to receive a scholarship?
Oh yeah, I agree with the girls that just spoke. I also had a couple jobs this past summer, and just stressing about all the expenses that I'm not used to, just starting college, and then receiving a scholarship has just been a relief, and now I can just focus on academics more, and it just meant so much to me to be able to do that and do fun things around campus as well.
Great. And Madison, how about you?
It's the same for me. Working in the summer and then seeing that you got the scholarship, it gives you a rush of serotonin. It makes me very happy, and my parents, and it sometimes the stress of loans and working can get you sometimes, especially now. So it just really takes a work toll off of the students and me.
Great. And then a follow-up question to that. What would you say directly to donors if they were listening to you right now, because some of them are. So Emma, what would you like to say to those donors who have helped you?
Yeah, I would say, my scholarships are the difference between me going to Northern and not. Attending college, I believe, is a huge privilege. So I have an immense amount of gratitude for those folks who have invested in the value of education for students like me, and also recognizing how important it is for not only to grow into your career, for me as a doctor, but for other students as well, but also as an adult and a functioning, supporting member of the community. So I have a lot of gratitude for them and their understanding of that importance of education, and especially supporting students in that.
Great, thank you. Lily, what would you like to say to those donors?
I mean, the bottom line is that your gifts matter, and they're so appreciated by those of us receiving it. I'm a first-gen student, so I remember my freshman year, like me and my parents were trying to figure out FAFSA and scholarships and like everything, and it was just so stressful. But then like getting scholarships was like, like I got that email saying like you got it, and I was like so excited and so happy, because it meant, like kind of like they said, it meant that I didn't have to work like 20 hours during the school week. I could only work or I could just work like 6, and like just enough to like keep afloat instead of having to like stress about it. And it's so appreciated. And like Emma said, we love that you value education and that you're supporting us.
Great. I just want to stop here and remind anybody out there listening, feel free to share any questions for the students in the Q&A function, and we'll be sure to get to those. And then Andy, what's been your favorite part of attending NMU?
For me as a freshman this year, I wanted to try different classes and like broaden my horizons. So I decided to take American Sign Language 1 because I was inspired by one of my deaf coworkers this past summer, and it was just the greatest course I have ever taken. I loved the instructor. I had so much fun, not only learning the language, but also the culture behind the community. So that was a really big part of my first semester, and I can't wait to continue my deaf studies education in the future.
Awesome. Annalise, what about you? What's been your favorite part of attending Northern?
Well, obviously the school and the teachers are amazing. My nursing professors have gone above and beyond trying to make us all comfortable with the transition from in person all the time to sometimes online to, you know, not having the classroom available, just different things like that. They've been really accommodating for that, which has been huge. But also I would say the environment. One of the things that originally drew me to Northern, besides their great nursing program, was the outdoors, which is really important to me because a way that I de-stress and get rid of anxiety from school is going on runs. And so I really like the paths that they have, and skiing, and just enjoying the outdoors as a way to escape school sometimes.
Yes, awesome. We did just get a comment come in from one of our alumni saying that we're very proud of all of you and keep up the great work. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so good to hear from you guys as well.
Awesome. And then let's round it out with one more question. What would you like to tell a future Wildcat prior to coming to Northern, Dana?
Well, my younger sister actually next year is planning on coming, so she's asking me all about it, and and just gotta tell her the community is great, the teachers are great. There's so much to do in campus and outside of campus, exploring, and just all around just been a great time, even with COVID and everything happening. It's just been so fun, and I've been learning so much.
Great. Madison, any notes for future Wildcats?
Yes, to study and be safe, and that the teachers here are really great, really understanding, especially now, and that the classes are fun, and to really enjoy your time here because it really is a great school with a lot of great people.
Great. I'll give our alumni and friends out there one more chance to throw any questions or comments in the chat for our students. And do any of our students have any last words they'd like to say? Anything you'd like to tell people out there before we sign off here today? Any last words?
I mean, just extending one last thank you for everything you do, whether it's giving or volunteering or just supporting us like emotionally during this time, just like knowing that there's alumni out there. It's so great to hear your stories if we ever run into you, and like just, you know, keep supporting your school because it's a great school that offers so many opportunities and we all love it.
Yep, I'm with Lily.
Great. Well, thank you all students for joining us today. We really appreciate it. I know that we all love to see the faces behind these scholarships, and it's great to hear from you and to see all the success that you're having. So we appreciate you joining us today, and thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Well, we just want to say thank you to everybody for joining us today. It was a special thank you as well to President Erickson and to all of our NMU students for sharing some updates and sharing the stories as well. We also want to encourage you to help us grow wild. It's NMU Day of Giving, so let's all come together, show our Wildcat pride, give to those departments, teams, or programs that mean the most to you, and help show your support that way. Also, don't forget to snap some photos wearing your green and gold. We'll be sharing those on our social media channels as we see them come in too. You can learn more at nmu.edu/day-of-giving. We've got a ton of things on there, ways to give. You can see where we are in some of those milestones. You can update your social media profile pictures and cover photos to show your Wildcat pride. Also your Zoom backgrounds. You can have one like we have back here all day long. So check on there for some of that. And we really appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, I also would like to extend a great thanks to President Erickson for joining us, as well as those amazing students. Hearing them talk about their experiences really puts a day like today in perspective. That's why we do it. That's why people give back. And that's why future donors give back as well, is that they love NMU. They love the experience that they had, and they want to see that continue and grow. And as Dr. Erickson had said, NMU is growing in many different ways, and they're all exciting. So it's great to be a part of that as a donor and really be a part of the direction that Northern is heading. So today we're going to keep on going and give you more updates and check-ins with the different areas that we're looking to support. Those being the NMU Food Pantry and the Bear Center. So check back with us here at 12:30, where we're going to talk to Haley Rhodes. She's the Assistant Dean of Students and the Food Pantry Advisor. It'll be great to talk with her about how the food pantry is making a difference here on campus, and how your dollars, when you go to support the pantry, how those are being used. The one thing that's a little bit different for us this year than in the past is we're not doing a food collection because of COVID. So we're encouraging cash over cans. So if you'd like to support the pantry today, go to that website, nmu.edu/day-of-giving, and pick the designation of your choice.
Thanks, everyone. See you at 12:30.
All right, thank you.